compressor, and this is just a short sequence to work on your core stability and core strength. You might need some weights. If you have got weights, great. Otherwise, water bottles or tin tomatoes will be absolutely fine, or anything else that you can think of that has a little bit of weight to it. You might need to have some kitchen cloths or towels. We're going to do some sliding exercise. Excellent. We're going to start lying with our backs on the floor. So we're going to start with our pelvic lift. So lying down on your back. Feet and knees hip width apart, arms by your side. And we're just going to exhale, imprint the lower spine to the ground and let your tummy engage. So if you're one of my Pilates people already, you know you to do your zip up and hollow. So engaging your pelvic floor, pull the tummy in and let the pelvis tilt. So we're just establishing the difference between neutral spine and being totally imprinted. Okay. So we're going to go up for a pelvic lift, sometimes called the pelvic bridge. There's different ways of doing it. You can just lift up or you can roll up. So for this, we want to really roll up. So you're going to imprint your spine into the ground as much as you can. Squeeze your glutes and then roll up one vertebra at a time. So by the time you're up, your pubic bone should be higher up than your hips. And then you can really feel that core engagement. And rolling back down. We simply repeat. So breathing in, exhale, zip up hollow, squeeze your glutes, rolling up. Making sure that your knees down spine apart. You can do this much slower if you want to work harder. Really working with your breath. So if somebody's really established with this exercise, you can take one leg off the ground. So you imagine you've got a bolt between your knees and you're just going to extend one leg. Yeah. Makes it much harder for the core, but it's also really good for the hamstrings. So if you imagine you had the spirit level of your hips, it would stay totally level. But quite often it's simply better to stick with a simpler version. Okay, we're just doing 2 more. So when you do this at home, you might be writing down the exercises. Just decide on a number, say 8 pelvic lifts, and then build up from there. Last one. And rolling back down. Good, just bring your knees into your chest, rock forwards and backwards, take your head on the floor as well. And then we're going to go to our double knee folds. So again, we want to be imprinted, float one leg up, and the knee should be right off the hip, and your shin should be 90 degrees, so parallel to the floor of the ceiling. Mine usually floats up. There we go. And then you engage more, bring the second leg up. And you're going to try and bring the first leg down without coming out of your imprint. So you really need to use your core there. And then the second leg comes down. And then you start on the other leg. So first leg up, second leg up, first leg down, second leg down. And again, it's really good to play around with different tempo. So nice and slow and controlled first. So you can really feel how you need to engage your core, which muscles are working. And once you've established that, you can speed it up, but making sure that you still use the correct muscles. Just a few more. Working with your breath, always exhaling when you start. Or on the heartbeat. So now I'm exhaling as the leg comes down. And one more. Very good. Bringing your knees to your chest again, rocking forwards and backwards. Next we're going to do leg slides. So you want to have your feet on something slippery. So I have my cloths here. If you're working on the carpet, a baking tray will usually do. So here we're going to be imprinted again. You're going to have your legs together. So the thighs, the knees, the ankles all squeezing together. We're imprinting here. And you're going to slide one leg away from you, keeping that imprint position. So I certainly can't straighten my leg, because if I straighten my leg, I don't know whether you can see, I'm coming out of imprint and I've lost my core stability. So this is a core stability exercise. Imprint, engage, drawing the hip bones together, keeping the pelvic floor engaged, gently, slowly, controlled, sliding the leg away from you, and coming back up. And again. So your toes obviously will need to come off the floor. Don't think anybody can physically extend their leg keeping the toes on. So keep the toes on as long as you can, and then just let them peel off. And really focus on keeping that imprint position, putting your belly button down. Pull it in and out. Make sure your belly button almost comes out the other end of your spine. Keep that engagement. There we go. We'll just do a few more. Let's do 2 more on one each leg. Excellent, last round. And last time. Very good. Knees back in, rock forwards and backwards. We're going to come up to standing and you're going to grab your weights. So this is just a simple side bend, but with holding the weights it makes it much harder. So you could have some water bottles, tin tomatoes, anything that you've got floating around the house. So control the bending to the side, and then obviously this side is stretched, so use that side to bring you back upright. And we're just going from side to side. Making sure you keep your spine nice and upright. You could also do this with your back against the wall or against the door perhaps. Anything that's a nice flat surface, because that just makes sure that your shoulders stay nice and wide and open. As a matter of fact, I'm going to try it against the mirror. So you want to have your legs slightly further forward and your spine is in neutral. There we go. Yeah, that works really well. So the weights just hang down like plumb lines. This one doesn't feel too bad when you're doing it, but you probably feel it the day after. Okay, one more each side. Excellent. And then we're going to stand against the wall. And we're going to do oblique curls. So again, have your feet comfortably wider than your hips. You want to be sort of as imprinted as you can. Have the legs behind you. Let's start that sentence again. Okay, and the next one, you're going to have your feet again wider than your hips. Slide down, make sure you're imprinted. Bring your hands behind your head, and then you're going to curl towards the opposite hip. And recover. So it's basically oblique curls while standing up. And because you haven't got gravity to fight, gravity is supporting you, you actually get a much better curl. There you go. I'm not sure whether you can see me here properly. I'm going to go to the window, which might be a little bit weird. There we go. Oh no, that works fine. Oh yes. This is also very good for your lower spine because obviously with the surface behind you, you're very well supported, and coming back up, making sure as much of your shoulder blades are against the surface behind you as possible. Okay, just a few more. Okay, last set. And well done. So that's 10 minutes spent really well on your core stability and core strength. See you soon.